But you said you had this, the background with doing Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. So how did that make you the right producer for Stuart Little? Were you a fan of the books, or
First of all, super fan of the books.
yeah,
It was really
you
weird.
had kids?
I had kids, so I was in but it was the one book that my mother read to me that I remembered. And, it wasn't the other E.B. White stuff. So, and she was an English major. So I always held it kind of a little bit more dear. And I remember the pictures were so remarkable to me. Because when you're a kid and being read to, you're really studying those pictures and going into them. And I can't remember the name of the artist, but so when the opportunity arose to do that, it was with a director named Rob Minkoff, who had directed The Lion King. And he and I had been hired by Columbia Pictures to try to put together a version of Into the Woods. And I had this fabulous experience with all these really great artists, and my job was to try to figure out how to do it for a better price. And we did, but it wasn't enough, and they passed on it. But I had this great collaboration with Rob. So when Stuart Little, the studio, I think, felt it was like, oh, what's hard about this? It's just a guy and a mount. It's like a family in a house. It looked a lot less complicated on paper.
Right.
Because you just read Stuart as a character, not as a 4-inch character. And nobody had ever done it before. And I was excited by that. I felt it was like, let's try to do something they haven't done before. So when Rob engaged on it, and he said, look, if I do this, are you going to do it? I said, yeah, let's do this. So we worked with a producer named Doug Wick. I don't know if you know who Doug Wick
Yes.
is. We worked with Doug Wick, who had at that point the rights through Waterman and a couple of other producers who were the rights holders. And we quickly realized that it was a beautiful script, but for 60 pages, nothing happened. There was no action in the storytelling. And so we were desperate to kind of figure that out as we were figuring out the model. And nobody knew how to create CGI fur. ImageWorks was brand new at the time and burgeoning, but felt that they had a skill set that they were even not prepared for. We drew in a tremendous amount of animation talent who understood the kind of Disney emotional performance versus the CGI only, so there was the technologists versus the artists, where I employed that skill set of what's the point of view and who has the artistic point of view regardless of all the technology and money that you can build around it. And I was able to help manage that process to discover, how to create this, and the technology did brilliant work, but also the performance, I thought, of the mouse was so incredible. And it cost a lot more. It was much harder than anybody expected along the way. Not that we weren't budgeted appropriately, because we were, but I think when they first saw the script, it seemed like, well, this is relatively a contained movie.
Hey AfterBuzzers, if you like this clip, be sure to check out the link in the description below to view the whole episode. Also, we'd appreciate it if you'd like this video and comment your thoughts. Remember, no matter what TV show you're a fan of, we have an after show for you. All you need to do is search AfterBuzz TV followed by the name of your favorite TV show. Buzz you later!